Lesson 58, Part 4, topic: the presence of spiritual entities in the places of physical dimensions where you are. This path out of the lower astral plane is usually found because there are spiritual entities near these places. They are always lurking in all the places of the lower astral plane and the physical body, offering help to those who need it, to those who want to leave this astral world so poisoned by negative energy. These spiritual entities offer them help. They help them open the door through which they must leave, and they go to a spiritual world farther from Earth, where material objects no longer have so much importance, and they begin to learn a new way of thinking and acting. That is when the cleansing begins, but usually they are spirits with such negative energy that they don't want to leave that state because it frightens them to leave the state of comfort. They are afraid of change, and that is what is killing them. What does not evolve dies, and they end up completely straying from their goal, which is to draw closer to the Father, and in the end it is usually very bad. Everything depends on the decision you make, in these cases to cleanse the house. I've already said what needs to be done: a lot of work, a lot of perseverance, and a lot of coordination with the spiritual world. To achieve cleansing, you have to work from both sides in a coordinated way. If some of you live in places where there is so much negative energy and so many spiritual entities with bad intentions, meditation can save your life. It will create a great shield based on a positive white aura, widely extending around you, which will prevent physical entities from approaching and therefore influencing your thoughts, your physical, mental, and psychic energy. If you are persistent, you can achieve this, and in the end, the negative entities will eventually leave you alone because they can't harm you. This means you must be persistent and never lower your standards. If you wish to communicate with these negative spiritual entities through technological means, it's very simple. If you use audio recordings, you must use white noise at a low level, because in these places there is so much psychic energy and magnetic anomalies that the recording usually comes out almost automatically. There is a lot of energy available. Don't pay too much attention when they speak. They only want to instill fear, either to make you leave the place or to provoke fear so they can feed on you. This audio and recording of video, if possible, will allow you to know, even if you don't have the sensitivity to perceive the energy in that place, that there are many negative entities there, and therefore you will know what to expect. The messages will be negative, destructive, full of screams and laments, where only evil reigns. But in the face of this, the only option is to persevere. It's the only one you have. Negative entities generally want people to leave their homes, and sometimes they want them to stay so they can feed off them, as I mentioned before. But persevering is your best interest. If you endure it, you will emerge stronger. But if you see it as impossible, it's best to leave the place, because your spiritual and psychic level won't allow you to fight against the negative entities. You won't have the tools to fight them, and in that case, your health, physical, psychological, and mental, could be severely damaged. If you see that you won't be able to endure it, leave the place as soon as possible. Another option, as I mentioned before, is if there is someone capable of cleansing the place, tell them something to get them to come and do the cleansing. These are the only two possible options that you have. People don't usually have enough psychic energy to cleanse the places, so you don't have many options. I've already explained all the options you have and all the methods you need to apply. Spiritual entities tend to hate positive energy. This positive energy is often stored in certain semi-precious stones. Many of these stones recharge when exposed to sunlight. Ideally, even common salt will work. Simply place these semi-precious stones, quartz works too, or even salt itself in the sun, and put it where negative energy is concentrated. Negative spirits will flee from this place. However, you will need to use this method consistently. When the energy in the dish of semi-precious stones or salt is depleted, which usually takes about a night, if the place has a lot of negative energy, you will need to put it back in the sun. Well, I think that's enough for now. I've given you a brief introduction to the topic. I'll address it again in other lessons. Many people act wrongly, thinking things they shouldn't, acting in ways that distance them from this destiny of drawing closer to the Father and helping those around them. This is due to the spiritual entities that inhabit these places. It is important to protect yourself from them. Many people don't, and they only attract them with their attitude. The way to keep them away is to meditate, cultivate a white aura, be as positive as possible, and, above all, ask the Father for help, so He can give you the energy to fight against these negative entities. Also, ask your spiritual teacher or guardian angel to be vigilant and prevent any of them from getting close. This will bring clarity of mind. You won't have negative interference from any spiritual entity. You will think more clearly, and it will allow you to follow the path that you need to. Otherwise, you could end up badly, going around in circles, suffering more than necessary, causing suffering to others, and leaving a bad impression on everyone you meet. Surrounds. In another lesson, I will address this topic because it is interesting, and I will say other things that I cannot say now. You have to tell me what I can say, but when you give me permission, I will tell you because you need to know. My best advice, so that you can cleanse places most effectively and so that negative entities do not affect your thoughts or actions, is to have faith in the Father. This will make your mental energy positive, your mental protection as well, and will make you strong against the destructive environment that surrounds you. This is the best advice I can give you. So until next time, brothers and sisters, end of lesson 58, part 4.